Let me tell you something. Actors don't rap. Rappers don't sing. Rappers don't come from Canada. Where the f*** is Canada? I'm supposed to believe in this light-skinned, R&B face, crying on every song. Does he even write his own songs? I promise you, this is never gonna work. This is never gonna last. Even if he had a cosign. Even if Lil Wayne cosigned. It doesn't even matter. Okay, best I ever had was a cute one, but he needs another one. Nah, another one. Nah, f*** that. You know what? Okay, he did it, but can he do it again? No, again. No, again. No, again. You know what? He's just a lucky guy.
9 #1 albums, 6 #1 songs, a record 232 songs on the Billboard charts, 45 top 10 chart positions, the most of any artist ever. Are we sure it's luck? The first artist to debut at #1, 2, and 3 simultaneously. More weeks on the Hot 100 than Elvis Presley, Elton John, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson. Most streamed artist of all time. 13 Billboard Awards, the most ever in one night. 27 total Billboard Awards, the most wins in music history. A record 431 weeks on Hot 100. Luck is defined as success or failure apparently brought by chance rather than through one's own action. This is far from chance. This is purposeful choices, selfless gestures, relentless hours, and a whole lot of good karma. This is clinical, surgical, militant. Even when they don't want to compete anymore, you find someone to challenge every single time, even if that someone is yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to start with that intro, hell of an intro, for a multitude of reasons, but number one, because I want to be totally honest and totally transparent as we go through this reaction. I'm a big Drake fan. I have said that multiple times throughout my channel's history. The history of my channel started because of the beef between him and Kendrick. That is where I wanted, that's the motivating factor. It was like, I'm talking to my friends about this. I'm talking to soccer moms about this. You know what I mean? And people are like, tell me the breakdown, give it to me. That's what inspired me to become a reactor to begin with, because I'm such a fan of hip hop. Being a hip hop head, a white one at that, amongst my inner circles of talking to people about hip hop, I rarely have ever really probably never. I've never gotten like the cool, you the cool white boy for my Drake takes. But I love Drake, and I'm honest. And I've always liked his music. Somewhere along the line, I would say probably from, let's take Her Loss out. I would say probably from Scorpion for me to Views to from Scorpion to Views to For All the Dogs, I would say I started to lose hope. Her Loss was a nice breath of fresh air. I was like, okay, there he is. Wasn't enough because I like 21 Savage, but you get what I'm saying. Like, if you're a fan of that introspective Drake, if you're a fan of the Drake that gives you the bops, but also has enough introspective hidden in the bars that it does something to your soul. It does something to the way it makes you feel in a different way than most rap does. Now, I don't want to go all the way off the wagon here, so let me stay on course. That's what was missing on those 3 albums. The introspection, the, hey, I feel like I'm growing with this guy. Hey, this is super relatable to me. And relatability is what creates replay value. So without the relatability, I found myself playing less and less and less Drake, other than going back to the originals. Which, if you're a hip hop head, you were born in the 90s or before, we all have our golden era, right? We all have that era of music that we all hold on to, adore, and admire. For me, hip hop had a hell of a run during my lifetime. 2000, 99, 98, 99, 97, 98, 99, all the way to, the latter 2000s, like 2014, 15, 16. And then I started to feel like I was outgrowing it. And because I was losing the relatability thread, which I'm not going to put on him necessarily, because I was losing that relatability thread and I didn't want to continue to replay the music, I rooted for Kendrick because I felt like we needed lyricism. We needed real lyricism, real bars. Genius had a record breaking day the day that Euphoria dropped because people were wanting to know and break down and understand the lyricism. So I rooted for that. I never hated Drake. Now, when Drake got called a PDF file in a rap battle, I thought to myself, that's kind of crazy. When Not Like Us came out, I never foresaw Not Like Us growing to the place that it grew. Like all these Grammys, the Super Bowl, softball moms singing along to it, not knowing what it was even about. Like I never thought it would grow to that place. And it happened that way because the label had an issue with Drake. So they said, okay, you want to go independent? You want to leave? We're going to let this dude take your place. I never thought that would be able to happen. And I've also got videos where I'm talking about that. I'm talking about, hey, if Kendrick really wanted to take this mantle, take this role, take this crown, you got to put in that kind of work. You got to put in the kind of work of a man that drops 3 albums in one day. And I know that Kendrick ain't going to do that. And I like Kendrick. I love Kendrick. Love Kendrick's work. Great lyricist. I can't say enough great things about Kendrick. And he won that battle. I do feel like in a couple of years from now, especially after this release that Drake just did, if we looked back, we might have a little bit of a different opinion. Similar to how people feel about, Ether versus Takeover. Ether is Ether. But even to that magnitude, that's one of the biggest rap beefs ever of a back and forth, a trade-off, right? Like, of course, we got Big, Pac, all that. But just in terms of a trade-off, like, one song, and yeah, they went on to diss each other subliminally, and but those two songs are the main culprits, right? Takeover, Ether. Ether didn't have the label push behind it to put Nas on a Super Bowl stage. So I guess why I'm trying to say that is I hate the lawsuit. If Drake would have never done the lawsuit, we would look back at that beef a little bit differently, in my opinion. I think so. Even though I still got Kendrick winning because Euphoria is Euphoria. It's not because of Not Like Us. It's because of Euphoria. And the strategic bam, bam, bam. But Family Matters was good. Really good. Great. There was a lot of great push-ups was great. And what people like to do is they want Drake to lose. So it's always been like, yeah, get him out of here. He ain't this. He sucks. He ain't that. He's a pop star, and he got in the ring with the elite lyricist that Kendrick Lamar is. To me, that's cojones, man. It's big cojones. So I got to tell you guys, to shorten this up a little bit, I'm going on 8 minutes already. To shorten this up, to sweeten the pot a little bit, I will say this. I wanted to see Drake's comeback album be great. That's what I wanted to see. And I was rooting for him, and I've always believed in Drake. I always thought that Drake was capable. And it seems like because he had to go take that L and sit down and think about things for a little while, that he was able to create and cultivate something really, really special. And I don't think people even realize yet how dope this album is. I think it's nostalgic. It's time travel. And I think that why people are going to have a hard time adjusting and latching onto it right now, I think that over the course of time, it'll play itself out, right? But right now, this is the thing. It's not divisive enough, right? So if people really wanted to pick a side with it, like, it's not divisive enough. It's not Democrat. It's not Republican. It's not black. It's not white. It's not Jewish. It's not Christian. You know what I'm saying? It's not divisive. It's a unification tool. And I think that's Drake's goal, right? It's like unification through music, kind of a Bob Marley type deal. Everybody can relate to this album in some way, shape, or form. Like even with the song we're about to get into, which is Janice, Shut Up. I'm a Christian, so I don't want to say everything, right? But Janice, Shut Up. I relate to this song heavy. I work 60 hours a week. This is my vibe when I get to go home to my wife. So I guess without further ado, I just kind of wanted to brush up on that and let you guys know that have been watching my channel for a while. Haven't seen a whole lot of Drake reactions. But I mean, I did Euphoria. I did all of it. I did Not Like Us. I did Fame. I did all of that. But this is such a special moment in hip hop music because he proved dominance once again. And I gotta say it. If nobody else is gonna say it, I'll say it. Hip hop leans on Drake. If Drake is down, hip hop is down. It really is that simple, and people don't want to admit that. I love the Freddie Gibbs album. I love the Clips album. Me too. I thought those were great as well. Hip hop needs a motivating tool for artists to cultivate and create great music. Without that motivating tool of money, streams, people enjoying the music, relating to the music, that dies. I appreciate this great effort that Drake has put in. All 3 of these albums are dope. We'll get to a whole bunch of the content, but I wanted to introduce Janice Shut Up with this because Drake is phenomenal, and I'm here to give him his flowers today. And what an incredible comeback. Don't know another artist that could take that kind of L globally and come back so strong. Like, he came back strong. It's fire. Let's get into this, man. This is Janice. Shut up.
Milliana, it's been so long since you texted me. I finally took a break and now I feel like I'm on ecstasy. You said what my work means to me will one day be the death of me. They tried to kill me once, but darling, you just resurrected me. Reach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby. I'm so green, you gotta teach me, baby.
We missed it.
You a BC, baby. Pull up, play back, beep, beep, baby. And my shit came with the heat seats, baby.
Listen, if you got one of them women, bro, I'll admit it. I'll admit it in a heartbeat. My wife is bougie. She likes the finer things, bro. And heat seats ain't even that much of a finer thing. But she gotta have them heat seats. That's the relatability thread I'm talking about, where it's just like, yes, bro, like that's my wife, that's my girl. And it came with the heat seats, baby. I love it, dude. I love it.
Baby, and my shit came with the heat seats, baby.
And he got bars for you, boy.
Me, baby. Blow on me just like some green tea, baby. Hey, hey, hey. Buried alive, someone come dig me up.
Right off the bat, buried alive, somebody come dig me up. Where's the first time you ever heard Kendrick Lamar? Probably on Buried Alive, that interlude on the Take Care album. Probably the first time you ever heard him. So let's bring that up. Buried alive. I've been buried alive. Somebody come dig me up. There's an ounce of sarcasm in it, but it's also an ounce of accountability. Like, yeah, I've been buried. I've been down. This is the song. This is the vibe that I need to get me out. And Drake is a woman, like I like the women. He likes the women, bro. You know what I mean? I wish that he would get married, settle down, and this could be a husband anthem. But hey, who am I?
Hey, buried alive, someone come dig me up.
Yes, sir.
If I call up your shorty right now, she picking up.
Hey,
you boys got big on my name. That's big enough. We know how you.
You boys got big off my name. All right, that's big enough. That's big enough now. Calm down.
OGs, you boys got big on my name. That's big enough. We know how you OGs rocking already, my nigga. The jig is up. They say the truth.
I gotta pause it again, man. That's a Jay-Z diss. We know how you OGs are doing, man. The jig is up. Why would he have a problem with Jay-Z? Because, well, Jay-Z is in charge of the Super Bowl performances. Jay-Z said Kendrick had the year. He deserves this, and he allowed Kendrick to get up on that stage and call Buddy a PDF file in front of the whole world on the biggest stage in the world. I would assume the biggest stage in the world. Add into that factor his mentor, Lil Wayne, who he's always pledged his allegiance and loyalty to. The Super Bowl was in New Orleans, and a lot of people feel like, including Wayne, feel like this should have been my year to perform at the Super Bowl. But Kendrick did have one of them years, so... All right, let's run it back.
She picking up. You boys got big on my name, that's big enough. We know how you OGs rockin' already, my nigga, the jig is up. They say the truth will set you free. Well, mine is gon' stream while you watching HD. They say that karma could take an eternity. Yours is dropping the same night as me. Funny thing is that they ain't gon' compete. You gon' get yours while I'm doing me. You gon' get yours while I'm doing me.
Hey, Janice, shut the fuck up.
Teach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby.
I love it.
Had me in a deep sleep, baby.
It's the simple things.
I'm still scorching hot in these streets, baby.
Yeah, see, it's the simple things too, right? Like just changing those words into hook for the second part, like the second hook going into the second verse. I love that he changed those words up. Thought they had me in a deep sleep, baby. I'm still scorching hot in these streets, baby. That's hard. It's just hard. It's man, it's the rapper in him. It's the competitor in him. It's the reason why we even had this battle. Dog, Drake was so big, like, pause. He could have literally just, I ain't responding to that nonsense, bro. I'm glad he did. Because like I said, I feel like Drake's career was on a trajectory that I wasn't interested in. He has this beef. He's got to humble himself. Be humble, sit down, come back out. And it's like a repair method that it's the underdog story, bro. And I love to see it. I do.
Say you need me, baby. Thought they had me in a deep sleep, baby.
Yeah.
I'm still scorching hot in these streets, baby.
Yeah.
Pull up Maybach, beep, beep, baby.
This is so hard, bro. Are you kidding me?
Seats, baby. See-through shirt, I get a sneak peek, baby.
Are you kidding me?
Blow on me just like some green tea, baby.
Disgusting. Let's go.
Tired of all of y'all telling me niggas is real. Pussy, I know when it's real. You only come home to pose and pop off a look, but you forgot how I feel. Shot-town popping up here, go on a drill, looking for someone to kill. White kids listen to you, cause they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul gets fulfilled.
Still going to Kendrick. Still going to Kendrick. White kids listen to you because they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul gets fulfilled. Woo! Listen, I get like, as somebody that has a multitude of black homies, as somebody that wants to raise their children in a society that isn't systemic, doesn't look at people by their shade, like in a negative light, that can look at people's color and admire their cultures, and just in general, I hate the black and white stuff that's been going on over this past 5-6 year period. I hate it. I hate it. And so I understand, like, I don't know, man. I feel that in a different way, where it's just like, enough of this, bro. Like, let's just get back to, like, dope music is dope music. Anybody can enjoy it. Anybody can talk about it. Anybody can relate to it. What are we talking about, bro? I love it. I love that. I love that little sly. Man, get that out of here, bro. Because I agree. I do. I know I'm a white guy. I'm not supposed to agree with that, but I do agree with it, bro. Like, let's get, like, the slave talk and all that stuff out of here, bro. I got kids I'm trying to raise up. I want them to admire people of other color, admire their cultures, learn to respect it without the thought process of, ooh, I can't comment on that. I can't talk about that one, though, because I'm white. It's disgusting, bro. It was disgusting that it happened to black people too back in the day. Like, but it was back in the day. Like, come on, dog. Come on. We have to move forward. I'm taking a stance and saying that. I'll probably get killed for that. But I love deep. I believe in Jesus. I believe that Jesus is the unifier. I believe that if you believe in Jesus, you're my brother or sister regardless. But if you believe in Jesus, you're my Christian brother or sister. We're family. We're all descendants. Let's leave the race stuff alone, man. There's enough division. We don't need race division, gender division, and political division, freaking religion division. Like, please, for the sake of our children, what are we doing?
Just like some green tea, baby.
Hey, that's the unification.
Tired of all all of y'all telling me niggas is real. Pussy, I know when it's real. You only come home to pose and pop off a look, but you forgot how I feel. Shot-town popping a pill, go on a drill, looking for someone to kill. White kids listen to you, cause they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul get fulfilled. Handing out turkeys on camera inside of your hood, then you go back to the hills. How many houses you build? How many souls did you heal off the back of your deal? Difference between niggas getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal. Damn, against your will, how many new names do you got on your will? Damn, how many...
The damn is purposeful too. He's going. It's like, if you want to come at me now, let's do it. It's going to be interesting to see with music at this caliber. This ain't for all the dogs. This ain't Certified Lover Boy. This is that Drake. Y'all might not be woken up to it yet, but it's coming. There a lot of people, I see a lot of people changing their opinions. I see a lot of people from the gate, from the intro of this album, I knew what time it was. I see a lot of people changing their opinions up. I see it. Bro, this is the kind of music that we need. This is the unification music. This is the music that's just like, man, that is so hard. That's so dope. Let's talk about it. I can't tell you how many friends I built based off of hip hop talk. I can't begin to tell you. I worked in a shop for a decade where like whoever came in that was vibing with hip hop that was playing in the background that I had going, started conversation, built a friendship, had a relationship, and it just continued to build. That's what we need. We need more of that. Less division. Less division.
Damn, against your will, how many new names do you got on your will? Damn, how many more times is y'all gonna keep calling it soft when it's silk? Damn, how many more interviews y'all gonna do just to get Ice to chill? Damn. They tryna cover it up like a quilt. Rari go skirt on a boy like a kilt. Kept it 100 on paper like Wilt. Tricking it off on a paying a bill. That's just how I do the sauce in a spill. These hoes know how I pop it for real. These hoes know how I pop it for real. Yeah.
That's so ill, dog.
Yeah.
And I saw the Joe Budden podcast reviewing the album, and they hated on Janice. Janice Shut Up this is the record, bro. This is the record. This is gonna ring off all summer. So if you hating on it, just be prepared.
I made way too much in a week. Must be 250 at least. Like the money just grew off a tree. Like the money just came in for free. For real. Yeah. MRI machine scanning my knee. Like how long you been running the streets? For real. Yeah. She just text me like we. We in Paris like 200 deep. For real. And I went bought a whip for my brother. Same body but two different colors. And I might just tell Kyle get another. Small price cause he kept it 100. And I might book a flight out to London.
Hey Janice, shut the fuck up.
Woo! That's heat. That is heat. That's heat. Man, I hope I don't get blocked. I really do, man. I hope I don't get blocked for doing this song, bro. And I gotta say, congrats to the boy, man, dropping them 3 albums, getting out of the Universal deal. Things are gonna be interesting. The music industry is gonna be interesting. I already do a lot of reactions and love a lot of underground independent rap artists. Shout out to ACAL. Shout out to Mises. Shout out to Tom. I like a whole bunch of these rappers that are independent in the independent scene, that do it big in the independent scene. Tech Nine, which a lot of people like to say he's independent now. You know what I mean? I'm all about independence, the creative freedom, the freedom to do what you want to do without the label. It's going to be real interesting to see the darling of the past 20 years, okay, going independent. It's just going to be interesting to see. Y'all all want to hate on Drake, but you want to love hip hop. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens without somebody being signed to a label that they can bank on keeping the lights on in the building. Okay? What happens when the lights don't stay on? Because y'all ain't making no money off of hip hop. Them labels ain't making money like they used to make off of hip hop, boy. Hip hop been down since Drake been down. It just is what it is. Yeah, Kendrick had a marvelous year. Ain't no work on the back of GNX, not even a deluxe. I said that in one of my videos where I was like, bro, Kendrick just ain't, I love Kendrick. It's going to come across as Kendrick hate. It just is what it is, but I love Kendrick. I do. But he don't have the work ethic to keep the lights on at Universal or Interscope or anywhere. He just doesn't have it, bro. Like, he puts out 15 songs at the most every 3 or 4 years. You got to have the work ethic of a Drake. And the dopest part about this album is his ability to craft just something real, something genuine, something artful, something that we can really enjoy, go back and listen to again and again and again, and rock out with it all summer. And it's dope to see the underdog work his way back up to the top. It just is. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you like. And I got to tell you, if you're a fan of hip hop and you don't like this Drake album, you just don't like Drake. You just don't like Drake. This album's hard. This album's so hard, bro. Like, and it's all rap. And this is the album I've been wanting since Drake dropped, right? I've been a fan of Drake since what dedication was it to introduce, like Dedication 3, because like I heard his name on a Lil Wayne mixtape, and I was like, I gotta see about this guy. I downloaded all of his MySpace stuff, ended up learning that he was signing with Wayne, and everybody back in those days hated Drake. It was like, Drake is just a Lil Wayne clone. Lil Wayne writes all of his lyrics. It's been constant. And it's never been cool to be a Drake fan amongst hip hop circles, but I'm a Drake fan. And it's dope to see the boy wind his way back up top, dude. It is. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of the underdog working his way back up top. My favorite hip hop song of all time is probably Hate It or Love It. Hate It or Love It, the underdog's on top, and I'm gonna shine homie until my heart stops. Now what? He's still dissing y'all too. But he's also on this album. It's so interesting, bro, because he takes so much accountability. I got a homie, bro, that I was talking to who's been a fan of Drake since I was a fan of Drake. We're both really big fans of Drake, and he just wasn't feeling this album. And I'm lost on it. He was like, he just don't talk about nothing anymore. I don't want to hear about this. I don't want to hear about that. I'm like, bro, this album was so introspective to me. I just heard something different from him, I guess. But he takes a lot of accountability. He takes a long, reflective look at himself. It sounds like he has been healing. It sounds like he ain't talking to 22 and 23-year-old women no more. It sounds like he is working his way towards being 40 and maturing and growing, and it's transparent through the music. I have nothing but love and praise to give Drake for this album. Sorry, it's fire. He smoked this album, and we're going to talk about it. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see y'all on the next one. All right? Peace.